Right, a little video I'm putting together for you. The Einhell TCSB 200/1 bandsaw. When you are putting it together, do not get to the point of where you're putting the table on it and everything, because there are slight adjustments here and here that are underneath the table. So it's a lot easier to do it without the table on. So, having taken the table off, right, to open these doors, both the same, these you undo. Oh, it's locked. Come on. No. Undo it all the way. Keep going and going and going and going, and eventually it will pop open. So that's one of the things I got stuck with that's not shown. Keep undoing and doing and doing. Still won't come off. We're off. We're away. Right. Adjustments for the blade. Adjustments, obviously that one is for the tension up and down. That could probably do to be a bit tighter on that. Come up a little bit more. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, C sharp. That's when it wants to be. Ideally you want the blade to sit in the middle of that tyre, the yellow tyre that's in the middle there, and that's where I've got it. There's two adjustment screws there. These originally are Phillips screws. I've changed them for machine screws because it's a lot easier to slacken it off and adjust it. They move backwards and forwards, which moves this whole body there backwards and forwards. Ideally it wants moving a bit more actually, if you can see it. Right, the blade wants to be in between these two pins. Those are adjusted in and out, as are the ones on the top. They're adjusted in and out as well. The bottom ones is not so bad because it's all into metal. The top one is into plastic, so you be careful when you're tightening these housing screws up here because they're just plastic, that's all. That screw there moves this backwards and forwards that way, in and out, and that is just for the housing with the two locating pins. There's a roller up above it, and that roller wants to be just slightly back from the blade when it's not running, because when you start it to run and your wood pushes that blade, the blade then touches the wheels and that holds that. Right, that Allen key there lets that roller move in and out that way. So slacken that one off, push that roller out till it's almost touching the blade, and then you're set, you're okay there. And then the same goes for this one down here. There's a little stud there, look. Undo that one, and then I actually did it with the tweezers. I got hold of this wheel there and I pulled the wheel forward until it's just touching the blade, and then nip it up with that stud that's in there. Right, if you are having trouble with the blade not running, if you can see that those yellow bands are called tyres, right, it should run in the centre of those tyres. To get this wheel to move in and out, which gives you how the blade is running on there, there is an adjustment screw on the back. That's a locking nut. Undo that locking nut, anti-clockwise obviously, and then turn that in or out depending which way you want the wheel to run, that way or that way. I don't think there's much else I've found up to now, but those are just little bits that I've come across that I got stuck with, and it's like, how the hell's this work? And there's nothing on it. So oh yes, adjustment of this depending on the depth, obviously when you've got the saw table on there and you're cutting the wood, to adjust this up and down, this section here, if you slacken that off there, that's like a locking nut, and then when you move that up and down, that adjusts it. So you need to adjust this to the depth of whatever wood you're cutting. You want as little of the blade showing, so it's got strength to push back against that bearing that's in there. So don't have it up there if you're only cutting, you know, a 1/4 inch wood and what have you. If you're cutting 1/4 inch, then have it right down to the bottom. Obviously, if you're cutting wider wood, thicker wood, then you want that up as high as you can go. I think that's it. That's all I've come across so far. Up to now, I'm quite impressed with it. Width of the blade. Apparently this is a 7mm. I've got a 10mm coming tomorrow. The thicker blade you go, the straighter the cut you're going to get. But obviously, the thicker the blade it is, the harder it's going to be to get any tight contours. But if you're not so bothered about that, if you're wanting straight cuts, go for a wider blade. Plenty for sale on Amazon. It's a 1400mm blade, and then you pick how many teeth you want per inch. Obviously for the finer cut or the rougher cut if you're doing some ripping of timber. But if you're just going more or less straight cuts, I think it goes up to 1/2 inch, 13mm is the maximum that this one goes up to. And then down to 1/4 inch, goes down to 1/4 inch in old money. I think it's 6mm, something like that. Anyway, you can check that out yourselves. Right, that's it. I hope that's helped you a little bit. I'm now going to finish putting it back together. It's quite straightforward, really. Oh, one more thing that I found earlier on. This handle that's here, this screw. Right, when you've got the saw table on, you can't do a full circle with this handle. It's actually on like a ratchet, but you have to move it. If you pull it out like that, right, so if you're pulling it out, it just moves. So it works like a ratchet. So once you've got it on, what I did was I got the screwdriver, and this is how to do with the camera. Right, I got the screwdriver, oops, where are we there? I got the screwdriver in there, and then pulled that back, pull that lever back, and then you can use the screwdriver to tighten the screw up. Only just for the first time, obviously. So when you're tightening it up, you can pull it back that way, and then tightening it up, and then pull it back. And obviously, cause it's like I say, it's not a ratchet, but it's on a spring loaded, so it fits over the screw like that, over the nut, and then tightens up. This section here, that is to get your table at, I'm flopping, that's to set the table right. So if you can't get a square in there against the table and against the blade, the best thing I would say to do is to cut a piece of wood, cut it at 45 degrees, and then check the wood with a square, see if it's done it. If not, set the attachment there, and that alters the table that way, obviously. So you want to be set at a right angle to that blade. Right, that's as much as I can think of. I'm going to try it now. Right, bye for now.